Shop Corner. And folks, you're going to hear from a number of speakers. The rain has just relented a little bit. Thanks be to God for that. There are a number of folks gathering behind us, and we are looking forward to hear what they have to say to Londoners and to Guyana at large. As I said, a very special edition of In the Ring. We want to be where the action is, folks, and we are boots on the ground in Linden, Region 10, Foreign Shop Corner. And this is what we have for you guys.
And we ensure that the baby was delivered safely. However, it must be known that after baby is born, what the baby needs? Nourishment, care. And so we have to continue now to nourish the baby. We have to care the baby. But we can only do that, as we were saying before, in unity and in strength. At this time, we're going to call on a gentleman, a young man, who we all know well, and he is a counselor at the RDC. Let's put our hands together and welcome Brother Stevens, Hugh Stevens. He's here this evening, and he's here with us to give thanks. He was here with us at the last meeting, and he's here again. We're saying thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Vanessa. Blueberry! Blueberry! What a wonderful and faithful people. Blueberry, I must thank you. I'm maybe one of the oldest citizens on Blueberry Hill because I born and grew here, right? And I've seen Blueberry Hill nourish, and Blueberry has been faithful from the time I know life. Always faithful to the PNC, the APNU, and the coalition. And you have brought people on Blueberry Hill. We could always depend upon you. I must say thank you for voting for the APNU. Thank you for voting for Mr. Con, Lisa. And we will work hard for you. Don't be afraid to face any one of us, to give information, to seek advice, to seek what up there, and discuss with us, because we're going forward, boots on the ground. No more waste time, right? We're taking it home. We're looking forward to the next general election to make it seal the issue. This is part of the deal, but the fullness is in the general election. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being faithful. Thank you for turning out. All the elderlies who turned out very early were there, consistent flowing, some barely walking stick and so on. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll tell you all a little secret. Y'all make me cry the morning before the election and the night after the election. Imagine Buster crying, eh? The big beast Buster, the bear crying, right? I cried. Because I know the wicked and evil concoction that was going on about and around us. That we destroy all those wickedness and evilness. Because we know who we can trust. And the APNU is the voice for those who don't have a voice. Right? We will always support you. We will always comfort you. We will always work for you. So always put your support and don't be afraid. We are human beings. Sometimes we might not live up to what your expectation, but you're there to speak to each other and to guide each other into the right direction. So Gabriel, steadfast, stay fast. Don't be deceived by those outrageous and wicked and evil people out there who are working out there to destroy our nation and carry away the wealth and got you living off of pittance and depending upon them. We want you to be independent. We want to empower you. So Blueberry, stay steadfast and thank you very much. God bless.
Thanks. We give you thanks for all you have done. And listen, in all of this, Almighty God is great and greatly to be praised. Because you know what? The people of Blueberry Hill of Constituency 7, you did not forget. You did not forget, and you turned out in your numbers, and you voted like bosses. This evening, we're going to bring to the mic a young man who's part of our campaign. He's a PR candidate. candidate, and we're bringing on young people, bringing them on board because we have to train them. Those are the people that are going to take over when we move on. Let's put our hands together and welcome brother, comrade, son, because he could be my son, Adriel Thompson.
Good night, everyone. My name is Adriel Thompson. I think everyone here knows me. I recently started campaigning with the APNU AFC, and I would just like to say that y'all made a good decision. I confirm. Sorry. I can say that the APNU AFC, the APNU body has our best interest at heart. Ms. Lisa Boyle is a member of our community for years. She is a mother. She's an innovator. She will represent us properly. And I would just like to thank you all again. And development will come to our community and live at large. Thank you.
Come on, let's put our hands together for him. We have to encourage the young people. Adriel, is it your first time voting? Right, he was a first time voter. Come on, let's put our hands together for him. Because he came out and he voted like a boss. And he voted for the right people and the right party, the APNU, and for the right candidate, Miss Lisa Boyle. And like you said, she's a mother. And let me say this. We are here to say thanks and also to let you know it doesn't end here. We will be coming into your communities, constituency 7, Blueberry Hill, all the other areas, and we will be consulting with you because we need to hear from you. At this time, we're going to call another PR candidate. Man, this young woman is amazing, we shy people already. We just on it. We on it. Listen, we work. She was in town early in the morning with Cressy Parks, protecting the ballot boxes, ensuring they come to Linden safe, carrying it to Kokwani. We were there at Constab, ensuring we count the ballot boxes, and she was there tired, late night to waking up early morning. Let us put our hands together and welcome PR candidate, Miss Sharon Bentic. Good night, Blueberry Hill. Tonight we're here saying a big thanks to all who came out on the 12th of June, which was Monday, and gave us your support. You were so amazing. You voted like bosses. And we would like to say thanks. Even our work has now started. And we are persons that you can come to. Don't be afraid to call on us. We're here to help you, to help this constituency, and to help Linden. Once again, thank you, Constituency 7. All right, you notice we're moving, right? Because we're here to say, listen, even in the Bible, God spoke about the one that we tend to say thanks. And it is always important that we say thanks. One of the cries we will hear is that after any elections, our comrades will say, oh, they don't see us. They don't hear from us, but we're here to let you know. Y'all might say, hey, what man, is elections again? Is it? How come it's steady? We're here tonight to say thanks. At this time, we're going to call on one young lady. I don't know when she comes to this mic. She's been part of the campaign also. She's been speaking at our meetings, and we know her very well. She's from this constituency. She's also a PR candidate. She's presently a councillor. And let us put our hands together and welcome the real McCoy. Fern McCoy, Councillor McCoy is the rocks. And I should say the guy is the eyes. Blueberry! Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Blueberry! Blueberry! Let me hear you! Good night to you! We like to give, we're people of gratitude. But before I go down to thanking you people, I want to tell you a little story. Monday, election day, we can talk some name now. So while we were at the multilateral school, my comrades and I, Councillor Hugh Stevens, who spoke earlier, and our former regional chairman, Mr. Rennis Moran, we're
there. You know, when people see the green jersey or they see some strong people show up, they get kind of timid. And we see a man, you understand? I think the Kali is some bridge. It's what bridge? Y'all help me out. Some kind of bridge. He's the man where they break up the bridge or knock down the bridge or something like that. Yeah? We see the man, and you see when the man realize that it's we there. You understand? A big, strapping, tall, black, good-looking man. And then we got another black, good-looking man beside him. And then we got a pretty woman at the side. You know what he did? He went in his car. Look, my colleagues are there. And he locked up in the car. And we wanted to know what he was doing in that car. And so, coming more past, and he gave him a look, and we wanted to know because we were checking. You know, he started to get nervous, and we can see the shaking. And it's not only his voice, but in his bodies. But let me tell you something. When the APNU coming through, we coming through hard. I hear you say when we walking hard. We hear they ain't got nobody pacing me. We coming through hard and strong. So when the counting start the night now, he done from station to station to station. He's settling. And I looking at him, you know? And so when he go to one station, and I know he probably had he go to sleep. I wanted to know if they slept. But he had to sleep. When he hear APNU, 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 APNU. He looks up, and then he look back to see the next team, APNU. And I watching the team, and he started to get nervous. You understand? At one time, we got a phone call. You hear the phone ring, but you got to talk. That's when they're ready for run. We experienced that before. You understand? They won't move because they're mainly calling. And after like 7 to 5 APNU, then we hear PVP. One PVP. And another 10 to 20 APNU. And then we hear one more PVP. And then we get up and we go on to another station. When I look on the board, I see 5 votes, PVP, licks. I know some but can catch up with it. Agents start calling, they can't answer. We hear a phone call, they can't answer, they're bringing in nothing. You understand? But we're here tonight, comrades, and we want to say to you, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We see the vice chairman bigging up himself and we making roads and blah, blah, blah. And we are people that did the take it thing, tell you that before, take it. You understand? Because it's our money. But when we take it and we go to the polls, we know what we're doing. Nobody can buy it. We're not for sale, comrades. I said we're not for sale. So they ain't got no money buying we out. They ain't got no body buying we out. Because we're not for sale. So instead of they tell themselves they're going to pack, we pack them. We take it because it's we money. And at the end of the day, we know where we're going to put. We put in our votes where it matters. And it matters at the APNU. Comrades, we want to say thanks a million. We want to say we come here to show our gratitude to you this evening. Because we promise you that we are going to come back to you and say thanks. And we're going to be coming to you because we want to work with you, as we always do, to get your concerns and to hear of your issues, which we already know of. There's some unfinished work at the municipality that we're going to continue. And then we have some new work when we started to work with you. We want to say thank you and come. We got a bigger picture in front of us, comrades. And we're going to be coming to you because we got lots of work to do on the ground. So come 2025, we ain't going to only palm them out, we going to knock them out. You hear what I'm saying? We can only pound them out. We can knock them out. So thank you again and have a wonderful rest of the evening. Come on, put your hands together. You see we palm out, then we put a palm in the air. That's a nice name on that, right? We start that. I don't know how excited I was saying to me, but not tonight. Tonight, thanks. We're here to give thanks and we're going to bring on the lady, the young lady that you have put your trust in, the young lady that you have decided for as
we ask for your support, and you have given her the chance to come out and to give you right, strong, and proper representation.
7, Blueberry Hill, 1 mile extension, Wismar Housing Scheme. Your candidate is Lisa Thorne. On Monday, June 12th is local government elections. You are voting twice. Look for Lisa Thorne and vote. Then look for the APNU and vote again. Constituency 7, Blueberry Hill, 1 mile extension.
Constituency 7, put your hands together and welcome your candidate, Miss Lisa. Blueberry! Blueberry! Good night! Good night, Blueberry! I'm happy at this time. Very much overwhelmed. Thank you ever so much, all you lovely people that came out on the 12th of June and placed that confidence in me. I am ready. I am ready to serve you, but not to be served. I don't need bribes. I'm here to be your representative. So my people, support me, and let's get things done in this constituency. Now, first thing I would like to give God thanks and praise, because had it not been for God, it would not have been possible. I prayed a whole lot. My team, we prayed a whole lot. The devil was busy in all its ways. But you know what? But God, even in the morning, I got up and I said, Lord, I place this entire election in your hand. And he delivered. Let me tell you this. I had no fear. I wasn't afraid of Keith Ferrier. Honestly speaking, I was not afraid. So, once again, let's continue. Let's continue to support any situation, any problem that we have in our constituency. You are free that you can come and let's work together and bring development in this constituency and develop London as a whole. Thank you once again. I love you guys. Come on, put your hands together. When Lisa appeared, the bridge disappeared. So when Lisa appeared, the bridge disappeared. Alright, we are here. Listen, you know, coming on this campaign, really, we are revitalized. We are re-energized. And we are re-energized and revitalized to work. But I want to preach this all the time. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, teamwork makes the dream work. And indeed, it was teamwork. You know, we had our own cups, but every time, but God, there are times when we were buckling one way, you know, and then everything just runs smoothly because you know what? Every time we stop and we give God thanks, and we give Him praise, we give Him the honor, we give Him the glory, we take nothing because it is only about God. And tonight, I know that big man, I don't know man, but he like he just like some random people name or something. He always calling me name. Y'all knows it? Y'all knows it? Y'all knows it? Somebody say that one there? Okay. But, you know, this evening, we're going to ensure that we bring to jump out there and say all sorts of things and say that they gained and they got this and they got victory. But tonight, we're going to call him a young man. He's known to all of us here. He's from constituency 1. A young man that took the votes by storm in constituency 1. I hear you say it. The mayor, ladies and gentlemen, to say thanks and to bring perspective to what took place on the 12th of June, let us put our hands together and welcome Sharon O'Reilly Solomon. Blueberry Constituency 7. Thank you very much, Ms. Gisun. Thank you very much, Constituency 7. Almighty God is great indeed. Let me say that it is with this grace that we're here this evening to do one of the most fundamental and important things that every man can do in his life, and that is to return to give thanks. And that gratitude we extend to you, Constituency 7, Blueberry Hill. It is sincere because you demonstrated last Monday, 12th of June, fundamentally what that democracy represents in our country. That you came out in your numbers to identify your local leaders, and for that, although we are saying thanks, Blueberry Hill, to you return your own thank you. You should give yourselves a round of applause. So it's important, you know, many times the people who run these campaigns, many times the people who we are opposing on these campaigns take for granted the most important element in any of these campaigns, Blueberry Hill, and that is you, the people. You, the people who are going to make and who have made that decision to identify not only yours truly, but competent individuals who we identified as your candidates to now become your councillors elect. And I want on behalf of them to also express our sincerest gratitude. We had Blueberry Hill, we had Constituency 7, a very organized unit, a very swift and surgical team that appreciated, notwithstanding our resources, challenges that we had every intention to defend your interests, Blueberry Hill, and your interests, Constituency 7. So we wanted you to know, not only were we prepared to come and ask for your support then, but we are prepared to come back to every street corner now and to say thank you. So for everyone, on every corner that we came and asked your support, rain, sun, or shine, we will return to say thank you. But as we do that today and tomorrow, at the Ward Park tomorrow, we're preparing for a grand motorcade on Sunday. Because it is not only to celebrate, it is to fundamentally say thank you. Because as we put those thank yous in perspectives, as we appreciate your efforts to come out on the 12th of June and to give us your support, we want to explain to you, Blueberry Hill, what that meant. Because we serve recent, the Vice President is on the television station almost every 24 hours explaining what should be a very simple explanation of what occurred on the 12th of June. But we know the explanation, Blueberry Hill. Y'all put ice up lash down in them and you can't catch yourself, Blueberry Hill. Now hear how significant you were to this Blueberry Hill and Constituency 7. That in this town called Linden, you are the third largest constituency, behind number 1 and 8. Third largest. But you, Constituency 7, returned to us the second largest amount of votes.
That is the confidence you express in your candidates. That is the confidence you express in our party, the APNU. And with that confidence that you express Constituency 7 Blueberry, we intend to not only have our candidates work on your behalf, but to ensure council that understands the issues that will ensure we address those issues and address them well on your behalf, Constituency 7. But these are not empty promises. And we understand, just like in the campaign, it will come with challenges. But we are not newcomers, Constituency 7. Having served for a few years in the town council myself, and having had the portfolio of regional chairman, we understand these challenges. We know who we face. And I always say to people, Constituency 7, there's a good old saying. They say if we avoid direct confrontation with the enemy, maybe he would learn to love us and forget his wicked ways. I like what a man said, no way. Because you know what I say? They say if you do avoid that, then you will avoid the public stripes that we are getting right now, Constituency 7. So every night the man and beat we name on the television. All you're going to hear is about Kissoon, Shana, Darren Adams, and Ethel. We have brought the government direct into the issues of your matters, Constituency 7. This wasn't just for local government elections between candidates and candidates. This was a local government elections between the candidates of the APNU and the government of Guyana. We brought them to you so they can address your issues. We said to them, on the matters of issues and principles, that we are going to stick only to that, Constituency 7. And we stuck right to that. What did we dealt with, Constituency 7? When we come to the results, when we come to the results, around we come like family. Around we come a little closer. Because you see all them mismatch mathematics. When the VP giving y'all, we give y'all the right mathematics. But what I want to give y'all first is exactly what we encountered in pursuit to this destination. Because it was not easy. You're the government that was spending your resources against you. Our message was simple. It was to deal with the issues as I was saying before. And you people of Constituency 7, you people of Linden, you subscribe to only that, the message and the issues. You know why? Because you are bright people. We don't have to go and cuss nobody out. We don't have to encourage women to give blame. We don't have to tell people name. We came to you and the issues dealt with such matters as the Bambi English Ward Primary School. The issues dealt with the Mackenzie Sports Club. The issues dealt with your subvention. The issues dealt with the synthetic track. The issues dealt with West Watukan farming and food security. The issues dealt with your riverfront. We stuck to those issues. We didn't get personal. And you people were smart enough as you are, and you bought into those conversations. So when they were throwing monies at you, y'all were laughing them because it's your money. But as much as it amused you, it amazed us all that they could be so disrespectful. We saw that on Elections Day. When some people lost hope in this country, Linden, you gave them hope. You showed them. They know Paku, we were laughing. Y'all see them pictures? When they thought we were smiling out of fear, we were smiling because we understand, we saw that in their eyes, they saw fear. And what did you saw, Constituency 7, when you look at them on nominations day? You saw a bunch of people who are prepared to extort your brothers and sisters by saying to our 10 days workers, by saying to our small contract workers, that if they don't dance, they will get paid. We saw we have those people in the rain, and then they're telling you it's the generic supporters. When we come to the match just now, and we can show you who really supported them Monday gone. But that is how simple, that is how unsophisticated the PPP campaign was. And we broke that down. You know why I'm giving you what occurred last Monday and before then in the campaign? Because I want y'all know constituency 7. We very ill. We beat the heights. They know that we beat the heights and they could be beaten. Because we did it with no money. We did it against the odds. We did it with challenges after challenges. And we have beaten them and we can beat them again, constituency 7. When you see the man on the TV every 24 hours, it's full talk in the constituency 7. Because we have put reposition on the table as yet to know constituency 7. And when we drop reposition, that is the position. He is dropping positions on positions because he's not saying that enough. What occurred to him after we had defeated all those challenges, it didn't make sense. So he can't find the right position. So he feels by coming every minute to distort and then to talk about people or positions. Now, outside of those challenges, constituency 7. And we know whether they things like cash grant, such lawless behavior. Give people the thing when it's true. That is for your kids. They want to play politics with it. So it's done. It's done. Then give you something else again. They take your contract workers. They got people behaving that is if the only pay the government can do for them without giving them security nets. So it's important, constituency 7, to note these challenges. Because when you know the challenges we overcame, you will appreciate your victory even more. And you'll understand that they could be beaten. But what did you demonstrate in that results constituency 7? I want to come carefully, family come in. Because if you understand this reasoning, the man who are paying every 24 hours and calling him in, you see that lawless behavior? The man even said, and I know y'all anticipating the reasoning. The man said that we are the ones who are intimidating his candidates. The man said we are the ones who are taking away anything to do with this candidates getting votes. The man even accused us as to go after the person who's a pastor and say that people shouldn't go to church. I want to make this point publicly clear. As someone of faith, my faith teaches me there is no compulsion in religion. We don't have to tell people what to believe and what not to believe in. People saw what he was offering and they chose not to follow him. Nobody has to tell people what to follow and what not to follow. People are smart enough to see if something is genuine or not. And they saw what they saw. And they made a decision based on that. So we don't have to intimidate anyone. But I'll give you the results. I'll come from the positions backwards. And I want you to listen to this. I'm only by partner them over there turn around and want to be gaff. Because all the conversations about these political matters, I respect the corner. It happens on the corner. It happens from you, the people. It happens by you, the people. And forgive the little shutdown. I know we got our overseas audience and our international people watching you, constituency 7. But I want to know, in this little Dubai, we still getting black eye. Alright? But we are grateful nevertheless because we hear his family congregating closely. But I want you to listen. You see when the light come on, see when the sun come down, at the right time of the reasoning. The reason is about the results that y'all give these people a trashing Monday. The vice president cannot get out of his head that notwithstanding those challenges I spoke about earlier, that we turn out this community from the last local government elections Over 103% increase in your attention to the issues. It said that you are paying attention in there. More than it said that you paid attention in there. It said that you were determined to stop the lawless train of the People's Progressive Party. Your numbers in these constituencies demonstrated, and I'll give you a little peep. It is not a boast. It is to respect the commitment of those people who came out and voted. Linden, your highest grossing candidate in a constituency almost got 2,000 votes. In Georgetown, our capital, that is the only place candidates got just over 2,000 votes. Y'all understand the population size of Georgetown. For a candidate to get just over 2,000 votes, and the population size of Amelia's ward, and for a candidate to get just about 2,000 votes, it said that the people, not only in Amelia's ward, but Linden, you are locked into what we are saying, because what we are saying you know to be the truth, and it's affecting you. Now, outside of those numbers, hear what the VP is trying to tell you. He said that they've got 500% increase in votes. We're not going to deny that. We're not going to accept it. We're not going to deny it. Now, while we listen, because this is a numbers game. Remember, we talked about the numbers game. The life went to the numbers. And when you pull out your line, and we talking in entendres, we know what talking about should know what I mean. Let's change the topic about numbers. So we will deny being an accept. But we can start from 4 principles. Our dear friends in the AFC, they weren't in this mix like 2018. So that is a group of people that were up for grabs, if you put it that way. Because people are entitled to make their own political decisions. So that number still dingles, even though they didn't participate in 2023. So we were campaigning even for those numbers of people. Some of those people existed and they went either with the People's Progressive Party or the APMU. But that number is insignificant to make a 500 increase in numbers. And I'm saying I'm a bucket of water. Somebody should get me a bucket of water with 2 bowls. No, I'll give you all just now I'm saying. So that's the first thing. The second thing about the numbers would be the crossover votes. Now they're saying they got crossover votes. Let me talk to Faria a crossover. Man, you haven't cheered me off my station like the man. But we know quite a few people who we can give at least 3 categories in these crossovers. And now we listen, the reason, right? Because I know the reason, because when we put the reason on the table, that is the reasoning. So the second thing we're talking about are these crossovers. And we can, you know, I give you an example because the man in constituency. And I want you to relate to what I'm saying. I want you to listen. I want you to relate to the examples of these things that they call crossover. So we know some people, whether you're a pastor, you call yourself a crossover. Whether you're a hustler, you call yourself a crossover. But they were minimal in their numbers. And hear what they could not have done. They are crossovers, but could not have gotten any of their followers to follow them. So even in that number that makes up that 500%, those crossovers are insignificant to that number. So the AFC grabs, not so significant. The crossover grabs, not so significant. So we come to the third point, and I'm listening to an argument over there. Just turn it down for me, brothers over there. Brothers, turn it down for me over there. This is an important conversation. conversation. While we listen. So the third point on the numbers of the 500% increase deals with new voters on the list. And that increased by a few thousand over 2020-2023. So we got enough young men. You see all them little youth over in Canada? Some of them might be 18. Some of them for the first time they're voting. That's a good number. But we pray for that number too. And here I can tell you, even though that number is significant, that number was not significant at the polls on Monday. You know who was significant on the polls at Monday? Auntie Betty, Uncle Harry. We know that. You know we know that? Because our scrutineers who are protecting the baby, as Mr. Soon spoke about, were able to identify those individuals because we were marking them off in the booths. So we know that even though the third principle of the list having new people on it, those people did not significantly contribute to that 500 number. So then what is the VP basing about? We come to the fourth principle. And we could look at this as a reservoir. Fourth principle. Here was in this reservoir. 2011, 2015, 2020. The PPP number has always been around 3,500 across the region. Across the region. In Linda, we can say it's about 2,500. The PPP spends so much money. I'm telling you all this. We ain't get more than $2. But if we had the money that the PPP had, we would only win the 2 seats that we don't have. We would probably win government. So in all of that, they got the money. And in that reservoir that we're talking about, in that pool of voters from 2011, 2015, 2020, that measures about 3,500. And in Linden, that measures about 2,500. And when we look at what's saying, this is a reservoir, a bucket. You went into this reservoir in 2011 and 2018, and you dip out a small cup, and you got 400 votes out of this reservoir that is 3,500. Take out a small cup, and you got 400 in 2018. All the people do is spend millions, hundreds of millions, just to get a bigger cup and go back in that same bucket and pull out a bigger number. That is the reservoir. All the people doing is showing off on themselves. So on the 3 principles, we pay attention. The crossovers then didn't bring much crossovers. The young people then didn't give them the amount that they wanted. It is reflected in the people who voted. The APNU and the AFC played for the same constituents. So that is not significant. They went back into the reservoir of voters that exist on the national program when they have regional and national elections. They paid so much into that reservoir that all they bought was a bigger bowl and scoop out more of their supporters for local government. That is the explanation. That is the explanation. They did nothing to convince more people to vote for them. And the evidence is there. The evidence is there because the question is still on the table. Show me what has the PPP done for you. And if not in your communities, for those who are saying to you to follow them, let them show you in their own personal lives what has the PPP done for them. That question is still on the table. And there is nothing. So then you hear after we put all of that to rest. And that explanation about this 500 increase percent, which is easily explained. They let people talk who you are with numbers. They let them come to you to show you 3-card trick. I know enough hustlers. I know enough educated hustlers. I know enough people who work hard enough on this blueberry hill not to take Baku. So understand that what you did on Monday has resonated country, not only with the wider world, but it has struck the conscious core of the People's Progressive Party that they've shown their vulnerability and they can be beaten. That is what Monday showed. So don't be fooled by this 500% explanation. It's a jiggery pokery, as one of my late friends used to say. But we are here also outside of that to say to you, as we early outlined, thank you, what we intend to do moving forward, Rebellion. Because as a council and as elected councillors that will be sworn in, and we intend to give that oath and pledge of commitment, what do we intend to do for you, Rebellion? We will outline them broadly because they are two very fundamental programs, an approach that must be taken. And that is the first, to ensure that your rights are respected in them. And that may seem empty for some, but in that, it is so loaded with things such as your economic direction. You have a right to that, Linden. To have those who are elected to be part of that, it is constitutionally obligated. And we have every intention to be part of the stakeholdership of the development of this town. Because it's a right. So we intend to ensure that your rights are protected. Whether it is even at the television station, it's a right to have access to information, uninterrupted and unimpeded. We intend to put that on the agenda as we did outline in the campaign. So those things we intend to defend your rights, constituency assembly value. But outside of defending those, the second principle we want to outline is to advance your cause. Because you know what you want in these communities, Brunello. You know not only in the infrastructure, the aesthetics of what will bring beautification and proper lighting, but you know in your own lives what will bring human development, as our human capital is the most important in our country. Why is it cost of living is still beating us in our pockets? Why is it in this richest country in the world, people have to make tough decisions whether to send their children to school or to feed them a decent breakfast? These things your elected officials must raise their voices, Bruno. And we have every intention on your behalf to do that. So not only to do that, and we have gotten your support and approval, but we now seek from you, as we further advance this journey, your continued involvement. Do not leave the process, Bruno. Do not leave your councillor to walk alone, Bruno. Hold them accountable. Meet them in the streets. Advance to them your concerns. That is their task and their job. My presence there, they will do that. We will do that. But we ask you to continue to hold firm to the ideas that brought you out on Monday. That self-determination remains with you, the people, as you made that choice on Monday to determine who your representatives are. You must also determine the outcome of what your communities look like. So we want to bring this, what we want to bring to every community, gratitude, and say thank you once again. And once again, Almighty God richly bless you, Bruberia, and we will continue to be in your community. Thank you very much, Bruberia.
Thank you very much, Bruberia. Are we ready? Blueberry, are we ready? We're ready to work this time. We're ready to work together. We're ready to ensure that the development that we seek comes. We're ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! In the